Welcome to Baton Arts, and today we're going to do an exercise from the Cayman series. So firstly, let's just work out our feet positions. So the first foot position, the easiest way to get it is have your feet together and then turn your feet out, make them parallel. Take one foot out again, make that parallel, and that should just about be the right distance for you. So from here, both feet out, both feet parallel, one foot out, that foot parallel, and then make sure your toes line up, and then that's just about the right distance for the exercise we're going to do. And it's in leopard stance, which means that your weight drifts across, so you have 70% weight on one leg. Now the main problem with the leopard stance is people don't have, 80% weight on one leg. People don't have 80% weight on one leg. What they do is they throw 100% weight on one leg, so they can raise the leg up, or they kick their hip out, or their body doesn't remain straight. So we're going to spend a little bit of time just checking we can do that properly. So if you sit on a swing, so tilt your pelvis under as if you're sitting on a swing, keep your body upright, and then instead of trying to think about weight, because I find it difficult trying to think, 80% weight, what's 80% weight? If you try and imagine you have a plumb line between your legs onto the floor, so your weight is directly in the middle, and then you move that plumb line 8/10 of the way across towards one leg, then your ankle, knee, hip and shoulder should be in a straight line with your body upright. This knee's relaxed, that leg's straight but not locked. So just practice a couple of times, just drifting from side to side, and then we have the feel of transferring the weight across in our leopard stance. Another way to check is that the weight is in the centre of your foot. If the weight's drifting out onto the outside edge, then you've probably kicked your hip out a little bit or taken your weight too far. If it's on the inside edge, then you've not gone far enough. So just practice again, that's it, that's nicely forwards and across. Good. In this exercise we actually step into leopard. As you step into leopard, you put your heel down first or a flat foot. The reason for this is if I put my heel down first, I'm more likely to get the correct distance. If I put my toe down first, I'm more likely to stretch the toe out, and then my stance has become too wide. So practice it a couple of times, step out, transfer your weight 8/10 of the way across, and step out again, 8/10 of the way across. And our feet are parallel in this posture. Being a Cayman, it's in two parts. The first part is with the breathing. The second part is just relaxed. So as you do the movement, you have the tongue on the roof of your mouth. You breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. So I think it's going to be easier if I do it with my back to you. So if I do it with my back to you, we're all doing it in the same way. So we start in eagle stance in this position. And we're going to step to the right hand side first. So in this exercise, our arms float up and we use the momentum of the arms to help us to drift into leopard. So that's on the in breath. The next out breath, I turn towards my right arm, look down the right arm. Then as I breathe in, my head becomes level. Then as I breathe out, I turn to look down the left arm. Then I breathe in and breathe out, draw back again into eagle. Now it's quite important when you do this movement that you don't push off your legs. It's not stiff like that. You're not tensing your legs, you're relaxing your legs if anything. So imagine you're sitting on the swing. If I'm sitting on a swing, then it's almost like the weight of my right arm brings my weight across. So my arm moves, it draws my weight across, so then I'm nicely centered. So with that in mind, let's do it again, and we'll do the exercise properly now. both sides, do it twice each side. So nice and relaxed, so sit on your swing and breathe in through the nose. Breathe in, step, drift into leopard. Breathe out, turn to the right. Breathe out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose, look to the front, keeping the weight 8/10 of the way across. Breathe out and look down your left arm. Breathe in, look to the front, and breathe out, draw your left foot in. Sorry, your right foot in. This time we're going to step to the left, so it's our left arm that brings us into the movement. So breathe in, transfer your weight 8/10 of the way across. Breathe out, turn to your left arm first this time. Breathe in, turn to the front, and breathe out, look to the right. Breathe in, look to the front. Breathe out, adjust my feet and draw in, so I am back to a classic eagle stance again. And then we repeat the whole thing a second time. Off we go. Breathe in, drift to the right, 8/10 of the way across. Breathe out, look over my right shoulder, nice and relaxed. Sitting on the swing. Breathe in through the nose, turn to the front. Breathe out through the mouth, look to the left, keeping the tongue on the roof of the mouth all the time. Breathe in, look forwards. Breathe out, adjust your feet, draw into eagle. And then the same movement to the left. Breathe in, the arms sink, they drift across 8/10 of the way. Breathe out, look to the left. Breathe in through the nose, look to the front. Breathe out, look to the right. Breathe in, look to the front. And breathe out, centralise your weight in eagle. Part 2 of this exercise is a slightly bigger stretch, and we don't time the breathing to it. So your breathing is natural. It doesn't mean stop breathing. So natural breathing is not breathing. Natural breathing is breathing normally. So on this movement, what we're going to do is going to drift to the right, but instead of just looking over your shoulder, down your arm, you're going to rotate around the little finger edge of your hand, and at the same time extend your neck and look underneath your armpit. Then you breathe in, you straighten, and you do the same thing the other way. And you breathe in, straighten, and then breathe out. Now, what we have to be aware of is that the weight stays 8/10 of the way across. So there's a tendency, particularly on the second part, to allow the weight to drift a little bit as we do this, or we allow the weight to drift as we look under this armpit. Your weight drifts. It's got to stay here. It should feel totally different when you look under one arm than the other, because the muscular structure is different on both sides. Does that make sense? Yeah, okay. So off we go. So now let's do part 2. Nice and relaxed. So we just sink and step to the right again. Rotate around your little finger as you lengthen your neck, still sitting on your swing, and try and look as far as you can underneath your armpit. Then you unwind and look to the front. And then we do the same thing the other way. Rotate around your little finger and stretch and look under your left armpit. And then you unwind again and draw the legs in again. And to the left hand side, the arms sink, we drift to the left, and you look under the left armpit first again, rotating around the little finger edge, keeping the weight 7/10 of the weight across. We draw back as your head becomes level, palms down, and then we repeat the other side. Look under your right armpit, and then look forwards, palms down, adjust your right foot, draw in, relax again, sink onto the swing and drift across. Keep the weight 8/10 of the way across as you look under your right armpit. And then straighten your neck, look to the front. Keep the weight 8/10 of the way across as you look under your left armpit. Rotate around the little finger to palms down again. Adjust your left foot, draw your right leg into eagle. Sink and step to the left, making sure your feet are parallel. Weight 8/10 of the way across. And then lengthen your neck to look under your left armpit. Rotate around the little fingers, look forwards. Rotate, look under your right armpit. Unwind and relax. Is that okay? Would you like me to go through it again without pausing this time, so we just do it as an exercise? Would that be useful? Yeah, okay. So this time, I'm just going to say breathe in, breathe out. I may give you a couple of instructions, but not as much as we've just done. The thing is to try and feel the movement. Don't do the movement, feel the movement. Right, off we go. Stepping to the right. This idea of sitting on the swing is really useful. It's almost as if somebody just pushes the swing for you. So it's a movement of your body across that transfers the weight. It's not a Monty Python silly walk where you stick your leg out first. Okay, nice and relaxed. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And to the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. To the right. Breathe in. Breathe out. 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 Breathe in. And breathe out. And the extension, nice, relaxed, drift to the right, breathing normally. And look underneath your right arm. Unwind. Left arm. Unwind. And draw in. And drift to the left. Look under your left armpit. Unwind. Right armpit. Unwind. And draw in. And immediately flow again into this movement. 8/10 towards the right. And look under your right armpit. And unwind. Left armpit. Unwind. And just draw in. And immediately drift to the left. Look under your left armpit. Unwind. And your right armpit. Unwind. And relax, just allow your energy to settle. So that's a good exercise for really sorting out any problems in your shoulders and your neck. It's really good for sorting those out. It's also actually incidentally good for your hips as well, and you can feel it. When you're doing those movements, it's also working the hip joints as well. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If so, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.